Hi, we're Ant Dec, and you're watching Britain's Got More Talent.
Don't you dare. Welcome back to Britain's Got More Talent. Our panel, Holly Willoughby, Chesley Hawes and Catherine Kelly are here to shed their light on tonight's events. We'll be speaking to them in just a moment. Now, our audience can hardly believe their luck as they're about to see the chest, and I'm not talking about the Willoughby. It's Simon Cowell, Amanda Holden and Piers Morgan! What a result.
Oh, my God.
Go on.
Brilliant.
Biggest shocker I've ever known in my life, and I've got to tell you, is one of the best feelings I've ever had when a winner was announced. I mean, seriously, you absolutely went...
He welled up.
I did a bit.
Yeah, he did.
So tell me why it was so emotional for you.
Because you just knew this kid needed a break in his life. Yeah. And, he battled his way, little thing... and you could see just that look in his eyes. He needed to do this to change his life, and genuinely I didn't think he was going to win. I thought there were more obvious people, particularly the singers, and he battled against all the singers and won. It was just incredible.
How much is his life going to change, Amanda?
Oh, God. Oh, just overwhelmingly, isn't it? I mean, I am so thrilled. I mean, between those two, they were my top two, so I didn't care, but I desperately wanted George. His little face was so determined. I mean, he never has to worry again. He just never has to worry again, And I
there
hope
he is there, look. Oh.
Look at him.
Piers, it was an emotional night. You can see him there, he's just over the moon. Oh. Absolutely over the moon.
And this isn't going to sink in. This will sink in days.
Unfortunately, Simon got it bang on when he likened it to the Rocky story. I mean, this is the Rocky story. A young kid busking on the streets of Manchester, and he tries last year. Amanda and I don't put him through. The genius saw the talent, obviously.
You love that, don't you?
I don't know, we had a big row about him.
We did have a big row about him. I didn't think he was ready last year. He wasn't as good as this.
Hang on. I
don't think he would have won last year.
I was going to say that. Would he have won last year?
Body's improved in a year.
Oh, so you knew he wasn't going to win last year.
Never seen a bigger improvement in 12 months than anybody.
What do you think he'll do in the future from now? What will happen with George?
I think that George will go on to be a fabulous, probably West End dancer. I mean, I think the boy's got that much talent that you can see him doing whatever he wants. I mean, he's a fabulous dancer, and he's got that desire in his face and his eyes and the charm and the dancing ability.
I tell you what, it's a better story than Billy Elliot.
Yeah.
Clearly, the audience at home saw everything you're saying about George. If he wasn't in the competition, who would have won?
Wow. People who came second.
Yeah. Probably Signature.
When you just said something and you actually just want to go, Liv, I just had that moment.
Yeah, OK, moving swiftly
on. Talking about Signature, though, they're going to get something, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they needed to win. I mean, for the non-singers, this is a really important show you got to win. I mean, for George to have come second would have been absolutely the worst thing that ever happened in his life. And look, to make a living out of being a dancer's tough. So he's got a head start now.
George won this show in the semi-final, I think.
Yeah.
I think the most emotional reaction we had from the audience in the entire week was when he did that routine. The second one was as good, but it wasn't better.
Yeah.
But he won everybody with that semi-final performance. It was stunning.
Is he going to win over Prince Charles?
Oh, yeah, the Royal Family love him.
The next thing he's got to put into his mind now is that he's got to steal the show at the Royal Variety.
Yes.
And that's what he's going to do.
As Paul Potts did.
Yeah.
Now, Andrew, of course, in the top three. I was really surprised.
That he made it, or didn't?
We were calling it between Andrew and Signature.
Yeah.
I genuinely didn't think George was going to win. No. So when I saw the three of them come out, I thought it's got to be one of those two. It's got to be.
You see him just here.
But I mean, when a
emotional.
Girl of Faryl Smith's quality isn't in the top
and
three. And Scala, you've got a great show.
That was a big shock, wasn't it?
Well, it shows you the quality of the show. I mean, amazing. I mean, two of the acts that didn't make the top three would win most other talent shows. So it was a fabulous night.
And obviously Andrew and Faryl, they are gonna get an album deal, aren't they? So it's common sense.
Christmas number ones.
I think right now as I always say this, you got to look after the winner as the priority, because that's what we all sign up for, and then we'll have a conversation with them.
Escala, what about them?
We'll have a conversation.
Are you just going to sign them all just for safety?
Keyword, ironically,
He's
is
got to sign
signature.
There's going to be lots of conversations taking place.
We'll have a talk.
Yes. Now, 2 more people who've seen our winner all through their journey and are always hanging about the ITV studio is Ant Dec. Did you hear? How are you? Right. Did you hear that classic question?
Cabaret, how are you doing?
Don't you start this. Can I just say, you may have picked up on this cabaret thing that they keep saying. Craig Harper, the vocal impersonator, when I was stages, we showed a thing where he went, oh yeah, I am cabaret, just like you, Stephen. So that's where this has all come from.
But can we call them cabaret from now on?
Yes.
Mr. Cabaret.
Now we've already spoke just a moment ago with you boys about George. Was it as just a bigger shock to you two?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was a shock, because I thought he was one of 5 who could win it. I mean, it really was, I thought, that close. But it's just brilliant story. The fact he came back this year, I'm very pleased for him.
Really chuffed for him. But yeah, not surprised, but kind of pleasantly surprised, I guess, in a way, because yeah, like Anne says, it could have been any one of 5 really.
And what about Signature?
Yeah, to be honest with you, when it got down to the final 2 and it was between George and Signature, I was kind of like, either of these would be really worthy winners.
And in the studio audience, I kind of got the impression that Signature were getting really big cheers, weren't they?
Yeah.
If that's an indication of how people are voting, then they've got it. But just goes to show you can't
And you
tell.
probably remember, guys, that these 2 turned George down last year.
I knew he was going to say
You should mention that more.
I believe it was
I think, yes, I know what you're going to say.
I believe it was our decision then that spurred him to great heights.
He would not have won the show last
Piers,
year.
Amanda, do you think he was ready for it last year?
he
Or maybe
wasn't.
did you give him another year to kind of grow as a bit?
Because we could see his potential.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
thought so.
And by the way, the idea that Mr. Cowell wouldn't have got what he wanted last year, please.
It's ludicrous.
Let's get real, shall we? No, yes, you did.
It's true.
How are we going to top this next year?
We said that last year,
Yeah, we did.
Everyone this year said we wouldn't get a Paul Potts. We ended up with 5 of them.
I know how we're going to do it. A singing dog.
Yeah.
And that way we get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Could if it might happen. You think Jin is a genius?
Well, I think Blue was given a pretty rough ride.
Playing dog.
Can I just bring to everybody's attention? We never actually saw Jin and George Sampson in the same room
No, we
together.
didn't.
Good point.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good point.
Doggy suit.
Why do you
Read what you want into that.
Why do you think the public at home love it so much?
The show?
Yeah.
Because of me. It's
Actually, I was thinking it was more...
well, I just got in there before you, Piers. I think it really is the variety of the show. Every night there's something different on, and I think it's been a while since you've seen that, and there's a real hunger for it.
And there's a real feel-good factor about this show. It's very positive. It kind of celebrates Britishness and British eccentricities to a certain degree.
Not to say that the X Factor won't be better this year, but right now, as we talk, this is the best.
Why don't we see which one gets the higher ratings and then base the decision on that, Simon?
The ratings have been incredible.
Incredible.
So we might find out.
Shows, Piers.
We might find out who the weaker link is, then, won't we? Have a good Christmas.
It's taken him 17 weeks, but he's finally got one back.
Mr. Piers Morgan on a sandbank.
They stretched that programme over 3 days.
Amazing. They got to 5 minutes with that. There's a sandbank.
Don't overreact. It's a new joke.
Did you see Piers do his beatboxing earlier?
Yeah, I did. I saw that. I thought the other fellow was robbed.
Did you?
To be
Who?
blunt. I thought.
I saw him in the corridor backstage going to Simon. Yeah, I absolutely won it. Absolutely did it. Just do the next bit that you did with your lips. You went, yeah, absolutely won it. Absolutely did it.
What were you
You
talking
went,
about?
it's a beautiful thing.
Well, I beat, what is he, the
Sound more
European
like
champion? Isn't it?
R2D2.
Right.
Is that the guy who had last year, the world champion? I beat him last
Yes,
year.
we did.
Saw off the guy.
Okay, we're moving on now.